started developing of Tribal Wars back in 2003 as a very small hobby project. We wanted to create a game which is fun for us and fun for some of our friends.
Tribal Wars was one of the games that started the whole free-to-play movement, the whole industry in itself. I mean, we were one of the first games out there as well.
And some players really like how Tribal Wars is nowadays. On the other hand, we have also players who want to have something new, something different in the area of graphics.
So we decided to make a sequel out of Tribal Wars instead of actually making a big modern update of Tribal Wars, because we wanted to keep the old community who are playing Tribal Wars still there and keep their old Tribal Wars, their Tribal Wars. What we're doing now with Tribal Wars 2 is that we're just making it bigger, we're making it better.
Tribal Wars 2 is a very dignified sequel for Tribal Wars.
We improved in a lot of different areas, especially for new players. It's easier to get into there.
The first thing the players are going to see is going to be the big boom. It's going to be like the new nice graphics, everything that's moving in their city, the good sound. It's going to be a blast.
The old game was very website based with a lot of tables and stuff.
Now that Tribal Wars 2 has a modern interface, it's more accessible for everyone.
Put in more units, put in more buildings, and we still kept it very easy.
For the more hardcore players in the end game, we have a new end game features that everyone can achieve, so not only the best tribe in the world.
Well, the spies now work in a completely different way. We have put in a tavern where you control your spies. At the same time as we put in a preceptory where you can actually choose 3 different factories and have one special unit.
It will also be the first cross-platform from the beginning on game from InnoGames, so that the players also play the game on browser and on mobile devices.
I like this cross-platform very well because you can sit in the train. Also at home, you can play together in one account. It's very new for Tribal Wars 2 and we are very proud for this feature.
We had to start over a lot of times because we had an idea and worked it out, and then we recognized it doesn't work out for the smartphone version or for the iPad version or something, or for this pad version itself.
We made it this extra step on the iOS device and on the Android, because we want the game to be just as good as possible, of course on all devices.
The community aspect in Tribal Wars 2 is very, very important. You have to play these games together with your tribe members.
You can still have this old feeling of Stemme where you can still wipe people out from the map. So you can still conquer their villages, you can still plunder them. That's the feeling of the multiplayer that we have in Stemme that's so important, and building up these huge tribal communities.
Tribal Wars 2 will be definitely the next generation cross-platform game.
As a player, I would say, wow, finally they implemented all the things I ever wanted.
Tribal Wars was always a big part of my life, so Tribal Wars 2 is the next step, kind of.
I hope, of course, that the players first enjoy the game, give us very good feedback, that we then can start to improve it step by step and make the game even better, and that Tribal Wars 2 will become one of the future flagship products of our company.